Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of Politics NY Meet the Candidates 2022. I'm Jane Hanson, and today I'm privileged to talk with Carolyn Maloney, who I've known for a very long time as she's represented Congress for 30 years now, a little over 30 years for the city of New York. And Carolyn, good to have you here.
Great to be here.
And I guess this redistricting has put you into a pretty crazy place. We've now taken your District 12 and a bunch of what used to be District 10 and mushed them together in kind of this big square that goes from east to west and kind of the central part of Upper Manhattan. One of the things that I find curious is that, the east side of Manhattan and the west side of Manhattan used to be very different. They've evolved. They're a lot of the same types of people right now. And so what's that mean for your voting, the population and how they're going to be voted and how they're swaying? What do you think?
Well, in many ways, they're very similar. They care about education. They want safe streets. They want affordable and available health care and I would say childcare. Many women work because they have to, and we need more help and support for families. I'm also honored to have passed the first paid family and medical leave for federal employees, and I'm working hard to extend it and pass it for everyone, because I know firsthand the problems of balancing work and family.
Are you concerned that the primary is now set for August 23rd, a time of year when a lot of the people that live on the east side of Manhattan are elsewhere? And
I would say not just the east side of Manhattan, but the west side of Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, and the Bronx. Because August, for my family, and I think a lot of families, August was the family vacation month.
Right.
The last 2 weeks of August, I always took that off with my family. And that's when the vote is. So we will have to work very hard to have early voting, to have vote by mail. It will be difficult because it is the traditional time for families to be together.
So the last question I always ask people is, tell me something about yourself we don't know. And after all these years that you've been in office and that we've seen you in your career, what is there that you can tell me, what little secret that you'd like to share with all of us?
Well, as we said, I was always usually the only woman in the room. So my whole career has been a series of firsts, which I'm sure your career has too, because the doors open and we were given the opportunity to walk through. A little known fact is that I was the first woman to give birth while serving on the New York City Council. Many men had become fathers, but I was the first woman. And when you look at this, you can see how times have changed. Now, for the first time, we have a majority of female members of the city council, and many of them are in the process of becoming mothers. But I was the first one to do it, and it really exploded. It wasn't expected, and there was a lot of attention about it, and a lot of criticism, really. A lot of people said you shouldn't be working if you're a mother, you should be staying home. Well, a lot of people just felt like women shouldn't run for office too, or we shouldn't have the right to vote, or we still are fighting for equality.
Thank you very much for speaking with us today. I appreciate it so much. Get back out there campaigning, because I know you're doing a lot of it, as you always do. Thank you. And thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.